The records, which were now made public, are worse than we had anticipated. Everyone believed that the CPS report was confidential, sealed, or still under investigation, yet it was leaked. And the specifics within
reliable arrangement, get him a babysitter so he can be properly cared for while you go out 3 a.m. in the morning to go party on the beach.
They're causing a stir on the internet. The recently leaked document, purportedly verified by Department of Child and Family Services sources, claims that Chrisean Rock's outbursts against her own son were more than just emotional breakdowns. Violent language, physical threats, emotional neglect, and even a situation in which Junior was supposedly kept in a room while she shouted at the walls were all documented events. It grows dimmer, according to one part of the report. The mother said she was upset with the world.
I ain't sworn. What do you want him to know about Mom?
How to turn to God. I just want to teach him to learn. Because there's nothing I could do.
And at the time of the incident, had no desire to become a mother. Fans are now conflicted. Does this add even more damage to Chrisean's already deteriorating reputation? Or is this just another well-planned, well-leaked plot to permanently ruin her? Regardless of your stance, you should listen to the rest of this report because before it even reaches the internet, what's inside could blow everything up for months. A tempest was brewing behind the scenes before fans began speculating about leaked information and sealed documents, and nobody wanted to accept the reality of it. Let's go back to the time when Chrisean Rock was radiant, proud of her pregnancy and promising the world that she would be a greater mother than anyone could have ever imagined. She promised the internet that she would name her baby my twin, share pictures of her bump, and Junior would grow up surrounded by love. Those who have closely followed her, however, were aware of the warning signs from the moment she made her pregnancy public. Fans are now rushing to piece the puzzle together after the CPS report was revealed. She's overwhelmed. Figure it out. Some defended her, but others cautioned. If you say that while pregnant, it won't magically change after birth. It's the early signs of breakdown. Recall the viral video of Chrisean saying, "I don't even want this kid, but I'm having him." Anyway, she was in a studio, visibly irritated after one of her dozens of public fallouts with Blueface. They were correct. Things only grew worse once Junior was born. Between court cases, Instagram lives, club appearances, and Blueface calling her out whenever he could, Junior's first months were chaotic. He was the collateral, and Chrisean was dragging him into sets, late-night streams, and shouting matches. Blueface would go live and say that she had just left the baby crying in the other room, and fans noticed. Junior never smiled in her videos, but insiders knew something was going on underneath the surface. Then came the group chat leaks, allegedly, from a disgruntled friend who had been watching everything happen. "I can't even talk to her about parenting," the buddy stated in one of the messages. She finds it all amusing. Let that sink in. She called him a crying little demon last night and said she nearly threw her phone at him, saying it felt like he was working against her. "I asked her to calm down around the baby, and she said he would get used to it." By the time Junior was 6 months old, fans noticed changes, and even devoted Chrisean fans started to voice their opinions. The comment sections on our lives started to change. Why is the baby always somewhere else? Why is she yelling every 10 seconds? That baby looks so afraid. Then, a video of Chrisean and Junior fighting as she was carrying him became popular. On TikTok, Junior was writhing and clearly upset, and Chrisean yelled, "Stop moving! Give up!" The video hit 4 million views in 24 hours, but Chrisean refused to listen rather than tone it down. Rather than pause and reflect, jaw down, went live and said, "Y'all act like y'all are flawless. My baby will be all right. I'm not phony about my love for him. I'm under stress. I'll pretend to be anxious." Even her ardent followers were disturbed by that moment, which caused shockwaves. And then CPS quietly got involved, according to Insider leaks. It wasn't just one video that brought Child Protective Services to Chrisean's door. It was a series of them. One neighbor reportedly reported constant noise, yelling, and crying. A nurse allegedly filed a wellness concern following a checkup visit. And 2 fans reportedly filed complaints after witnessing Chrisean rough-hand her baby during a live stream. However, nothing changed until now because this time the report went public, and the things it claims are not just bad, they're devastating. Let's break it down. According to the leaked report, an official CPS report purportedly dated June 24, 2025, describes Chrisean Rock as verbally aggressive, emotionally unstable, and physically dismissive. One line has been reposted on every major hip-hop blog. The mother repeatedly stated that her child triggered past trauma and wouldn't stop looking at her like Blueface. Let that sink in. The internet has been waiting impatiently for the CPS report, which has now spread like wildfire across every timeline, DM group, and YouTube panel. The article goes on to say, in one instance, the mother yelled at her infant son repeatedly, calling him manipulative and annoying before slamming a door. This was captured on audio that was obtained from a third-party source. However, things worsen. The footage from the covert cameras is indisputable proof. An unnamed source with knowledge of the investigation claims that a portion of the CPS report was based on smart home video taken from an interior Ring-style camera, reportedly installed for safety monitoring by a former assistant. All right, and one night in particular sticks out in that video. The living room is being paced by Chrisean. Jr. is in the bassinet sobbing. She's shouting at someone on the phone. She yells, "You sound just like your father," as she abruptly turns to face the bassinet. Then, only inches from the infant, she hurls a remote control at the wall. Asterisk, 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 and father. Jr. sobbed so hard that he lost his breath, according to the assistant, who subsequently gave up the video. The most outrageous aspect is that, although the film isn't even yet available to the public, media outlets are reportedly vying for it. Even more well-known names are TMZ and Hollywood Unlocked. It's going to be leaked, okay? And it won't just be a scandal when they do. The takedown will occur as soon as the transcribed lines from the investigation started to circulate. The initial internet fan reactions went completely crazy. Social media quickly turned on Chrisean. Every instance she ever went live with Jr. was analyzed in Twitter threads. Parents started duetting their old TikTok videos with CPS warnings. Overlays, several onlookers saw that the infant became calmer when removed from the setting. And Reddit even managed to obtain a quotation from the file that read, "The child displayed signs of high distress when left alone with a mother for extended periods." The story began to take off. Chrisean doesn't require notoriety. She requires assistance. Postpartum is not what this is. This is outright mistreatment. Someone who can protect that baby is needed. And it's obviously not her. When Blueface answers, it's petty and vicious. Cool. And that was only a few hours after the report was made public. Blueface shared a brief remark on X, the former Twitter. "I told you all that." Simply 2 words and the internet exploded. He was being accused of everything from carelessness to masterminding the entire collapse. In a moment that left everyone in shock, Blueface shared an old Instagram live video of Chrisean yelling at Jr. Screenshots of his earlier tweets reappeared, particularly the one in which he stated, "I keep all my receipts, even the ones y'all think I deleted." He also included a caption this time. "Imagine if you were a newborn and your mother detested you because you resembled your father." The fans were taken aback. By dragging her for influence, he is not defending his son. You want to play the hero because you allowed this to happen. His entire family has been cursed. The real twist, though, was a forceful clapback from someone close to Chrisean. The narrative is turned when the sister speaks up. That night, new footage came to light from Chrisean's older sister. This time, you all don't know the half of it. She wasn't always like this. She got used and thrown away, and now everyone is acting like she was the villain the whole time. She said in a blurry Instagram live, holding back tears and shaking her head. You all only see the clips. I've seen the nights she didn't eat. For a date, boom, the comments exploded. Blueface hit the baby. That part wasn't in the report. So is this a setup or mutual damage? She added. It's just like that. The discussion shifted from Chrisean being the bad guy to what if they both failed him? What if Jr. never had a chance? And that's when the real heartbreak started, because while fans were fighting, theories were flying. And headlines were blowing up. No one knew where Jr. was. According to reports, he was taken from Chrisean's home within 48 hours of the CPS investigation going public. But where is he now? With a relative in emergency foster care being used as a pawn in some sick custody chess match? No one knows, for sure. And that uncertainty has elevated this drama to a new level because it's about a child who has failed by. Everyone and the audience want justice, answers, and more than just leaks. But trust is not yet complete. Just when the drama seemed to be reaching its climax, the situation took a more unsettling and unpredictable turn, because what began as a damning report turned into a full-fledged investigation. And guess what? Someone has been watching Chrisean for longer than we thought. This was a covert move that CPS didn't want anyone to know about. The department now confirms that its CPS file wasn't just opened recently. It's been active since Jr. was 3 months old. Why didn't the public know? Because a gag order was filed. A quiet one was to keep everything secret until now. But that gag order has been lifted, and now a ton of suppressed evidence is being gathered. What's in that stack? A whistleblower with Maryland's Child Protective Services claims that there are 17 pages of neighbor complaints. 2 nurses submitted incident logs, 5 welfare check screenshots, video calls, and most shocking of all, a case note dated April 19th in which Chrisean allegedly told a worker, "I'm trying to stop hating him, the baby, just for looking like his daddy. But it's hard." Yes, she acknowledged that a hip-hop and love producer leaked a film from SCTN. However, the turning point was when a former La ATL producer released a 45-second clip that wasn't intended to be seen, in which Chrisean, as a crew member, tries to calm her down while she is pacing angrily backstage. Jr. can be heard sobbing off camera, and she turns and yells, "Shut him up. Bring him to the vehicle." Okay? Then she turns back to the producer and says, "You guys always put me around." Baby's adding, "I don't care if he's crying." And an asterisk. "You're trying to make me snap for the cameras. It's going to be him, not me." Yes, she said it would be him, about her baby. This video, which is currently making the rounds on T-pages and YouTube reaction channels, has caused a level 10 meltdown. Celebrity reactions have shaken the eye on TR, and I did that video. It didn't just go viral. It forced big names in the industry to speak out. We all see it now. Tamar Braxton went live. Someone better fetch that baby and love him before it's too late. Summer Walker took 2 Instagram stories. This is not postpartum. It's not trauma. This is a threat to that baby. Even Nick Cannon intervened, writing, "This isn't it. In the midst of pandemonium, we are losing too many of our babies." This one really got to me. But Bowie said the most hurtful thing. She needs jail. Not a stage, not an Instagram. Jail. The internet went crazy, and even Bowie called her out, saying, "No, it's over. I'm not coming back from this." When the rap uncle speaks, it gets really serious. Fans are divided. Is Chrisean a monster or a victim? With all of this footage, reports, and social reactions, the fan base has split like never before. Some fans have completely turned against Chrisean, saying that she should be locked up because she is dangerous and unstable and that Jr. deserves better. Others, however, are still standing up for her, saying that she needs therapy rather than prison, because postpartum is real and deadly and that Blueface broke her mind. A third group is silent but becoming more and more vocal. Where is Blue in all of this? Why isn't he also being investigated? One saw it coming. Hip Hop Fiend Daily was informed by an anonymous lawyer claiming to represent Chrisean in another civil case that Chrisean has video evidence of Blueface yelling at Jr. While intoxicated, she chose not to submit it because she was afraid the judge would find them both unfit. But she would drop it if he continued to provoke her. Boom. Dot. The storyline completely changed course, and now people are wondering, was this all a setup? Is she surviving, or is she spiraling? Are both parents concealing their culpability behind evidence that has been leaked? As if things couldn't get any messier, the mystery parcel then shows up. Late last night, a video of Chrisean opening a suspicious brown envelope appeared on her Instagram Live. She appears perplexed, then freezes, and then takes out a printed picture of Jr. with bruises, then another and another. She then throws the pictures out, stops the live stream, and hasn't posted since. Who sent it? No one knows, but some claim it was Blueface. Others claim CPS sent her evidence that a custody case is already in progress, and still others think it was a warning from someone close to her, a final indication that the walls are closing in. One comment beneath the reposted video reads, "That was her last straw. There's going to be a big event. Court is calling, the media is circling, and Chrisean has stopped talking, so they might be correct." The Chrisean Jr CPS leak has caused a national uproar, with fans, celebrities, activists, and even court workers weighing in. The loudest message of all was to protect Jr. Within 24 hours of the CPS report going viral, a Change.org petition called Remove Chrisean's Son from Her Care permanently racked up over 320,000 signatures by day 2, surpassing 1 million. However, it wasn't just the petition that made headlines, but the comments that poured in. Even news outlets started covering the petition as if it were part of the investigation. CNN wrote, "The public has made its stance clear. That baby doesn't deserve to suffer just because his parents are famous. This isn't just trauma. This is ongoing abuse, and it's all on camera. CBS better not fail this child again. Something has to be done." One CPS insider allegedly told TMZ off the record, "This is the most pressure we've ever had from the public on a celebrity case." And BuzzFeed described it as the most social outcry in a case since R. Kelly. People are observing, and they won't. Stop. Defenders versus Cody MNR's celebrity split. Let's be clear, not everyone is canceling Chrisean. Some celebrities are defending her in unexpected ways. "I used to sit in the shower crying with my baby in my lap. She needs help, not handcuffs." Jasmine Sullivan tweeted, "Black women need healing." Sukihana shared an emotional video on her story. "Y'all are acting like she's a monster, but postpartum hit me the same way. Don't discard us." However, things took a turn for the worse when 50 Cent shared a meme of Shadum. Remy Ma left a one-word remark on Shadum's post, and UN Fifth Funk Flex went on. "You can't rap about God and your baby in the same sentence. If you're screaming at him off camera, that's not art. That's dysfunctional." The internet went crazy when Chrisean yelled at the baby monitor and wrote, "This ain't no Zeus audition." Civil war among fans. Cancel her V's. This has become a full-fledged fandom battle due to live stream debates, TikTok stitching, and YouTube reaction videos. Cancel in one corner. "She failed that baby despite having all the help. It's not a mental health problem. This one is ethical. She is no longer a victim. The abuser is her." In the opposite corner, #Justice for Chris E. She was left to raise a child by herself after being broken by Blueface and groomed by a celebrity. You want to criticize her as though she hasn't recovered from her ordeal in public? All celebrities were cast in a negative light. None of your favorite things would remain if you were a parent. Attorneys are speaking up, and DK's receiving multiple family law cases as a result. Now experts have entered the discussion. The Jasmine brand was informed by lawyer Mira Coleman. Chrisean may permanently lose custody if the video evidence matches the description and the CPS notes are confirmed. Even worse, she might be charged with neglect. On page 6, another lawyer purportedly representing Blueface's camp stated, "He has enough grounds to seek full custody, but the courts might place the child with a neutral guardian. The damage goes both ways." Meanwhile, a former child advocate for the Maryland court system posted this terrifying statement on Facebook Live. "This is nothing new to us. After the youngster is injured, everyone becomes raucous." Just that line went viral. TV shows in panic, emo, DN, and networks. The drama is now extending beyond social media. It has an impact on reality shows and brands. Chrisean received her first significant limelight on Zeus Network, which is currently inundated with direct messages and comments. "You guys created this beast for views. You have a trauma platform. Now pull her episodes down." According to insiders, Zeus producers are deliberating in emergency meetings over whether to release a statement or sever all links. VH1 is reportedly keeping a tight eye on things since they can come under heavy fire for initially ignoring it. More video from previous hip-hop and love sets surfaces that shows Chrisean sobbing or yelling at her child. For Junior fans plan a candlelight vigil. In a strange and heartbreaking turn of events, Baltimore fans are now organizing a Chrisean Jr.'s candlelight vigil during his lifetime. Why? One organizer added, "Because this baby is fighting a silent war, and he deserves a community that sees him, love, and light." Flyers titled "Protect Our Sens," featuring Junior's photo and Chrisean Jr.'s vigil, are making the rounds on Facebook. It will take place at Druid Hill Park on Friday night. Yes, there will be cameras. A new player is set to join the arena while the world watches this firestorm go on because, according to several sources, Blueface's mother has filed paperwork. And what she wants might blow this whole case wide open. She came roaring through the flames just when everyone thought the worst was over, and when fans felt nothing could stop the CPS leak. The leaked video, or the public outcry. Blueface's mother, Carissa Saffold, is referred to online as either the Chaos Queen or a truth teller. Furthermore, her recent actions sent a legal bomb straight into Chrisean's life. On Monday morning, one witnessed the legal action of nitrogen monoxide. According to court reporters, Carissa Saffold requested emergency guardianship for Chrisean Jr. Indeed, the grandmother of the infant is formally attempting to obtain custody. But everyone was taken aback by more than simply the filing. She stated as much in the legal document that was turned in to the Maryland Family Court. Carissa said, "This baby has no consistent love, no structure, and no safe place. I've tried to stay silent. I've tried to support from afar. But this child is in danger. Both of them, I will take action if the state doesn't act quickly enough," she added, adding that is